Fani Kayode has reacted after Trump proposed a $1 trillion economic stimulus package to counter the effects of the coronavirus, including relief for small businesses and the airline industry, and sizable checks for Americans in the next 2 weeks to pay each adult citizen $1,200 and each child $500 in April and May. Recall that Buhari removed 20 naira from fuel price from 145 naira to 125 naira. As Fani Kayode reacts, says US releases 1 trillion naira emergency stimulus and to pay each adult citizens of 1,200 naira and each child 500 naira in April and May. UK releases 330 billion pounds business loan package. Germany releases $600 billion stimulus. Canada releases $20 billion economic relief package. 85 billion stimulus stops payments of rent. Wow. Italy releases $26 billion government to pay rent and we pay baby sitter €600. Like seriously? Nigeria removed 20 naira from fuel. Clap for Buhari, according to Fani Kayode. Of course, a lot of people don't really know all of this. I know, because don't be bothered. You are going to be hearing Nigerians' comments now. Some people's comments, of course, they're going to come and they will come for Fani Kayode. These people will not have problem. It is because it is their pattern. See what they are doing. It is their pattern of taking care of the masses. It is their pattern, making sure the welfare of the people are intact. We are not used to all of these things. The normal, what is it called? Things that we are supposed to be benefiting. The essential things that we're supposed to benefit. Electricity in the first place is not there. The infrastructure is not there. You not see, because the reason why these people can really budget for this money because of this thing is because it is what they have been doing before. They've been taking care of the people. But what are you going to be seeing our senators doing? Because I've been saying it even on this platform, that why is it that our senators or our lawmakers, they cannot even say they want to propose B that would take care of a student, talk about student loan, or children. If they have a package for children, generally they have a package for women, those who are having a low income, they will not do that. But when it comes to Boko people, they want to send them abroad, give them best of education, they want to do it. Even if you want to say you want to send them to schools, why can't you send them to schools in Nigeria? Why do you think that the Nigerian schools will not be better for them? Because they know that it is not even good for them. The same education they always try to give to their children, these politicians, sending them abroad, that is the same education they want to give to these Boko people. Those are the bills they are going to be sponsoring. Hate speech bill, things that we further marginalize, or how will I put it, that will further degrade the people, that will further oppress the people. Those are the bills that they are going to be passing. But it will favor them, because we know that it's not because of a speech here and there. Not because of that, because of them, because they know that people are talking about them. They are looking for a way to be able to clamp down the people, to be able to just continue to let them be shut permanently, not to be able to speak anything. That is the reason why they are bringing all of those bills. Not because they want the general good of the people. Not at all. It's very, very far from it. And they will try to justify it. The bills that they will make sure that they will be buying the latest model of cars. So what are they doing? How can you equate what the job they are doing compared to what they are receiving? They will tell you they want to buy all those what is it called? The new modern cars for their logistics and what have you. Those are the people that they are trying to manage, who always tell us that they will tell the masses that you have to sacrifice, but they will never sacrifice. People will talk here and there, they will not listen, they won't do anything. So when they are coming out with these plans, of course it is not going to be a new thing. And believe you me, these people, these countries, you know that they do school feeding. Like they always do, all this fire brigade work they always do here. They talk about school feeding. The vice president will be talking about school feeding. Of course, if you want to do school feeding is supposed to be part of what that we need to encourage the people. But the nitty-gritty of education, you are not concentrating on them. You are just doing school feeding, and the school feeding has not gone round. It's something that they will do, and after like 1 month they will stop. Go and do your research whether the school feeding is still ongoing, whether the corruption has not taken over the school feeding that they are talking about. You cannot do school feeding when the environment the children are learning is nothing to write home about. They are not learning anything. They are just talking of food. Those who are engaged, who are involved in school feeding, they have done the right thing. The school feeding should be the last thing. These children are not getting a quality education. The teachers are not even they are not well paid. The teachers, most of them are not even qualified. You are not even looking for a way to make sure that they are on top of the game, that they are qualified teachers. The learning environment is zero. Nothing. But you will see them, they will take camera, these same government officials or politicians, they call themselves, they will take cameras, they will go to schools, they will sit with the children and be eating. Onto what? What are they learning? Instead of you to invest that money, if school feeding must come, you want to feed them, it must come later. You must have done the necessary things. The learning environment must be top notch, be standard, but not that you are doing school feeding when the children are not learning anything and they are happy about it. Can you see at that level the way they are reasoning? At that level, that is what they are embarked on, and the children are not learning anything, and we still have millions of them outside class. They will tell you, oh, the children are going to school because it's encouraging them. They are just going there to eat after eating, that's all. And ask me whether the school feeding is still ongoing. It's a different ballgame entirely. These our lawmakers and all of them, they will not propose bill that will take care of pregnant women, that will take care of children, that will take care of people who have a low income. They won't do all of those things. But when it comes to them, the money will come. They want to do budget. The budget is all about they are spending and spending and spending. They have advised them on the percentage that should be given to educational sector and health sector. They won't do it. They are still on that 4% or whatever, which they are supposed to be giving attention of 25% of the total budget into all those sectors. They won't do it. They are still on 4% and what have you. So it will not be too difficult for them to quickly come up with all of these things, because we are not used to all of these things. Nigerians are used to doing things by themselves. We are the one providing everything for ourselves. That is just the way it is. Some people will not understand this. They will start blaming. You hear them. They will start blaming financially. Oh, the president has even tried. Somebody was even saying, oh, when PDP was there, what did they give? No. Why would you be comparing? What is worth doing is worth doing well. If the PDP did not do well, that is why you came to change the narratives. Then what are you doing? You're still going to comparing yourself with them. Doing what? I don't know whether because of this corona whatever, that is why they removed that 20 naira from the fuel price. I don't just know. Because you can see that nobody cares. Nobody cares. People are saying, return it back to where you met it. Return it back to where you met it. Let's hear what they are saying here. Someone says PMB has nothing to offer. Rather, he will be happy to increase price of food so that the poor man cannot afford. He does not have focus. I blame him. No, I don't even blame him. I don't know what this person is saying, Sha. Hello, Nigerians. The Emperor in Áþþṛøv and the National Assembly will never release any money for Nigerians like other countries that value human beings. This satanic regime headed by Fulani tribe will prefer to release money for the comfort of what? We should understand that since independence, Nigerian leaders have never valued the lives of its citizens. Unfortunately, it cannot start with the feudalistic government of the Fulani tribe. My fervent prayer is that the virus should start eating them very hard in Áþþṛøv and the National Assembly. Period. Someone says, Oga FFK, US is not Nigeria. Oh, US is not Nigeria. But ironically, these our politicians, they are richer than all these American politicians that we are talking about. Where do they get the money? US is not Nigeria. But our politicians, they are richer than these people. So how do you justify that? How do you justify that? It's unfortunate that people will still be making excuses for these people that are oppressing them. How do you justify that? Someone says multiply 20 naira by how many liters of fuel that is being consumed per day. Then you will know how much the government have actually done. What have they done? I don't understand this person. What have they done? What have they done? I'm sure the person, got all the explanation what other countries are doing. Of course, some people don't know anything more than suffering. They don't know anything more than hardship. So it is no big deal whether you are talking. They don't even know what it means to have a good life. They have not experienced it, so they don't even understand that this kind of a thing can really happen. They don't understand it, so you can't even blame them. You can't blame them. Oh my goodness. Someone says, FFK, you are a big fool. You have finished the counting Ghana. Release how much FFK. You have been, I don't know. You are a big fool. You have finished the counting Ghana releases how much FFK. South Africa releases how much FFK. Fool of the century. They will be abusing him. Why can't you encourage the government to do the right thing? Why would they not be getting away with all of these things, the politicians, the so-called leaders? Because they know that some people, I don't just know the kind of words to use on them, because they know that some people are permanent supporters of whatever they do. They permanently support what they do, even when they are doing evil. They will just be like, oh, wow, these people are now, wow. Even with all the bad things they do, say they see the defenders. So some people are like that, and that's why they are getting away with all these things. And those who are in that category, they are more than those who are really reasoning the way things are supposed to be. The ones that do support this evil, the masses themselves, they are more than the ones who will always come out to tell them these are the way things supposed to go. The way we are experiencing things, it's not the right thing. But those who do not know anything, they will see they are the one they have in their large numbers. Go to Facebook, they are there. You will not even see them on YouTube. It is Facebook, because they can't even afford to be on YouTube because of their data. Most of them in Nigeria. Go and check. Go on Facebook. You will see them there. You will see them there. That is where they always go. When you hear people's position, you will weep. Honestly, you will weep. Go there and see them. Those who are always defending government, whether those who would defend it, they are the same. Whether PDP or APC, because I remember those who, when PDP was there, even with the way things were going, you will see some people standing. They will defend the PDP to any level. Now PDP is no longer there. It is APC now. They have their own supporters. They will defend, to any level. Now the PDP supporters now, they will now be saying, oh, Buhari, whatever. But when the PDP was there, when they were doing the wrong things, you were supporting them. So it's the same thing. If we cannot encourage the government to do the right thing, you always say, yes, now they have tried, now they've tried their best now. What else do you want them to do? You will continue in your suffering, but see their children. You will continue in that suffering. Nothing will change it. Nothing will change it. If you are PDP supporters, you are APC supporters, you are all the same. You are all the same. That is my own. We are all the same, because you feel that they are your party people, or you love them, and when they are doing wrong things, you will not even discourage them, or you encourage them to do the right thing. You always defend them. They have tried. See what is happening now. Like I said, some people don't even know what it means to have a good life. So they are used to somebody who is used to not having light 247. Once NEPA brings light, up NEPA. How would you know or think that it is possible for you to have 247 light all your lifetime, to have electricity? How do you can't appreciate it, because you are always seeing potholes all over the place. You can't appreciate it. You that they don't have a special package for you as welfare. You don't have job. Even you have job, they don't have a way of cushioning the effect on you. They even owe salary. The ones that are even working, government will be owing salary. Is unheard of. Whereby government supposed to be on the neck of private sector who want to owe salaries. Because even the private sector, they will tell you, after all, the government is owing. What do you want to do? Well, I know a lot of people who have been owed like 5-6 months. They are still going to the work. Nothing. Ask me, how do they feed? So when all of this kind of a thing are happening, people have not even experienced that kind of, to have a good life. We've never experienced it. So it is easy for us to try to defend these politicians, to make excuses for them. They are abusing Fani Kayode. But instead of them to say, no, government, you can do better. You can do more. Now, even if they tell people to stay at home, if they want a total lockdown in this country, in Nigeria, it will not happen. It will not be able, it won't work, because a lot of people are fending for themselves. Government has never helped them. They will tell you they cannot sit down at home, because if they don't go work a day, those who are doing businesses, if they don't go work, they'll go out a day, they will not eat, and the government is not ready to do anything. So do you not see the difference? Even when there's a lockdown in those countries, they have a way of helping the people as well. Even when you are compelling them to sit down at home, because they know that the effect will be there, and they are ready to cushion the effect. So what are we talking about? If you have not started good things before, it is very, very difficult, and that's why we are experiencing this kind of a thing. Apart from maybe Faneka Ode is saying this, it will not be easy, because we've not started it before, taking care of the people, being concerned about the welfare of the people. We've not been doing that before, so it will not happen now. That is what the Faneka Ode himself needs to get. It has not been like that. Even in the PDP time, they were not doing anything. They were not doing anything, because if they have started all this packaging, taking care of the people, not that you are just going to select, because the only thing I always see that they just select some kind of thing, some people or few individuals, they will tell you, oh, they've helped them. That is not what we are talking about. That is not what we are talking about. Selecting few and taking care of them. It will not even last longer. Maybe they will just do it for 1 or 2 years. They will stop it. A typical example is this Shopee that they did, and this Empower. At some point, they will stop everything. So what are we talking about? Something that everybody will benefit. That's what we are talking about. That will be in the law. That you take care of the welfare will be on point. That even any government coming in will not have choice than to continue. That is what we call continuity. Not that after one government will come, they will scrap it, another one will come. How do you move forward in that kind of environment? So now we are seeing the effects. So we should not even envy those people, because they've started it before now, not even because of this incident. It's unfortunate. See this thing that happened, the incident that happened in the blast that happened in Lagos. The government, how much they bring, whether 2 billion naira or what have you, and they are soliciting help from the individuals. Fast came out and start blasting the governor or the government, that why are you doing this? You are still soliciting money from the masses. All the money that you people are supposed to have saved for this kind of a thing, where is the money? You are still calling on the people. It's unfortunate. So guys, let's share your opinion concerning all of this. Leave your comment below.